Hey, I understand that upskilling in tech can seem to be hard, but the truth is, it is very important for us to understand the fact that upskilling is our responsibility as tech professionals. Either you are just getting into tech or you've been into tech, right? I'm sure that you have a whole lot of things to learn in this particular episode. I am going to be sharing with you 6 things that I've been doing for the past 2 years working remotely and also 5 years of my working in the tech space that have helped me keep myself updated with latest trends, latest tools, and a whole lot of things that I need to learn as a product designer. In this particular episode, you're going to learn a whole lot of things. So ensure you watch to the end. And in case you've not subscribed, ensure you subscribe and turn on your notification button as well. I'm looking forward to having you regularly on this particular channel. Without further ado, let's get straight into what we have for today. Hey, welcome to the Global Techie YouTube channel once again. My name is Samuel Kitunde and I'm happy to be your regular host on this particular channel. This is the Global Techie YouTube channel where you learn about latest tech trend. You also learn about a whole lot of things that is happening in tech right now, global connectivity as well, and also you're going to be learning about design in case you're a designer as well. So, just teaching you some sort of trick as regards how you can do one or two things using design and creating things basically. Yes, I'm a product designer with more than 5 years experience, and I'm happy to be your host on this particular channel. So today we're going to be talking about upskilling yourself, right? So either you are just getting into tech, I understand the fact that it can become so overwhelming. I mean, there is just a whole lot of things for you to learn, right? Even if you've been in tech for a while, there is new things that is happening. Using my own space as an example, Figma is a tool that product designers use, right? And every company, like almost all the company in the whole world actually recognize, right? So there is a whole lot of new features that is being pushed out, right? I think every 3 months. So you need to keep up with it. You need to keep up with the latest trend, and there's a whole lot of things for us to learn, right? So I understand that particular fact, but it's very important for me to establish that it is your responsibility and my responsibility to keep ourselves updated, to keep ourselves skilled enough, right, for the market that we have. Tech is a particular space where we have a whole lot of things changing on a daily basis. So it is important for us to stay updated. It is also important for us to see upskilling ourselves as a necessity to our career growth and our career development as well. So I'm going to be sharing with you 6 things that you need to do, or 6 things that have been helping me as well for the past 5 years in my career. And trust me, it is going to help you. So the first one I want to share with you is actually setting clear goals, right? I think the important thing that you need to answer, the first question that you need to answer is, why do you want to upskill yourself? Right? Or why do you want to upskill yourself basically? So it's very important for you to actually set goals in the sense of, okay, if I upskill myself in this particular area, what am I going to get out of it? Let me give an example, right? Let's say you are just getting into tech, right? Maybe you want to learn product design, right? So you have a whole lot of things to learn, but the big question that you start, or the first question for you is the fact that, okay, if I learn this, I'm building a career in product design, or I want to build a career in product design. In the next 3 to 5 years, I want to be working with probably one of the big fours in the whole world, right? So if I learn this particular thing right now, it's going to move me from where I am now to where I'm expected to be. So it's very important for you to understand that setting clear goals. Why exactly do you want to upskill yourself? Using myself as an example, I can remember when I was working with a company back then in 2022, right? There's a whole lot of things for me to learn because I just joined the company and there's a whole lot of things for me to do, right? So I need to keep up with my colleagues as well as other product designers, right? So what I needed to do is to set a goal as regards, okay, I want to improve my skill in the use of Figma, right? So I remember that I set a particular goal in the sense of, oh, if I'm able to achieve this particular goal, then I'm going to be able to have smooth conversations with other product designers that I was working with at the time, right? So it's very important for you to set clear goals. Why exactly do you want to learn this? And also ensure that it's achievable, right? In the sense of, okay, I want to do this to get this, So you know the result. So what is pushing you on a daily basis, or let me say the passion behind it on a daily basis, is the fact that you are able to see the end goal from the beginning. Right? This one is setting a time on a daily basis. I mean something regular, right? It is very important for you to set time for your upskilling, right? You know yourself. Let me use myself as an example. I know that I enjoy learning early in the morning, right? Back then from school days, right? So what I do basically is to set out the first 2 hours every morning, right? I use it to upskill myself, right? Don't forget I've set a clear goal, right? Oh, this is what I want to achieve. I wrote it down in my journal, right? So I also fix a time to it that, okay, within this block of time or within this time, right, I'm not attending to anything. Social media off, calls off, right? And I am just sitting down with my system, upskilling myself, seeing a whole lot of YouTube videos, reading a whole lot of materials and a whole lot of things like that. So it is very important for you to understand that you need to set a time that works for you. Morning might work for me, morning might not be the best for you. Yours might be evening, yours might be midnight. And that is the truth, actually. So I want you to understand the fact that you need to set a time, right, that works for you. And you need to keep yourself accountable to that time, right? Let people around you know that, oh, this time, if I call Samuel, he won't be picking up my calls. He's going to be busy and he's going to be fixed up with his upskilling at this particular time. So that is another important thing that you need to do. And also, just to add to this, consistency is very important. Just imagine that for the past 1 year, you've been learning 30 minutes every day. Wow. Just imagine. You are better off than someone that is learning 4 hours once in a month, right? Because consistency is key. And it is very, very important for us to understand that when we see upskilling ourselves as a necessity, we're also going to see how vital it is to our career development. So I hope that helped you as well. Let's move on to the third point. Yeah, this third point, I would say practicing what you are learning. This is something that have also helped me, right? I can remember when I have a timetable for my upskilling, right? So what I did, or what I'm saying, what I even still do it now, is the fact that I have a timetable. So every Friday or Thursday and Friday, so I do active learning on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Don't forget, I already have a time. Then on Thursday and on Friday, what I do is I practice what I've learned in that week. I think it was only Friday, not Thursday. So I learn for 4 days in a week, and then on Friday I practice. So I don't learn anything on Fridays. I just, sit on my system and then I start practicing. Why? Is because we as a designer, if you don't practice things and you think you know it, you might be joking, actually, because there's a whole lot of things that you need to understand in this particular regard, right? So that's the major reason why you need to understand that practicing is very important. Look for a way to practice what you're learning, even if it's not design, probably coding, probably data analysis, or what have you. Ensure that you practice what you're learning. Practicing is very vital, and it takes more than you just sitting down, just seeing loads of YouTube video and think you're learning. The truth is, you can see 100 YouTube videos or you can read 100 textbook or articles and nothing sticks or nothing is practical, basically. It's very important for you to understand that particular point. Okay, let's move on to the next point right now. Yes, this one is very important, which is sharing what you're learning with people of like mind. Yes. One thing that have helped me so far is I've understand that I learn more when I discuss with people. I learn more when I discuss with other designers, using myself as an example right now. Why? Is because it gives you the opportunity to share knowledge and to talk about what you're learning. So you are not just taking everything you're learning in, you are also giving out. I can remember then I do have like a one-on-one conversation or session with the product designers I do work with, right? And on that particular call, I share with them what I'm learning, what I'm working on. They also share with me what they are learning, what they are working on, right? And some of them even teach me things that I might not be able to see or I might not find online. That's just to tell you that there is a whole lot of things for you to learn when you share what you are learning. Even if the person is not a designer, just using the designer as an example, just share with them. Oh, do you know why designers do research. You test your ideas, or let me say you test your learnings on them, and before you know it, it becomes part of you. I can tell you categorically that there are some interviews I've done right now that when they ask me some questions, I really do not know it, right? But what I've learned so far during my upskilling session is what I actually share, because when I'm upskilling myself, I also take time to meditate and apply it to real life situations. So there is no question you will ask me in my field that I won't be able to give you answers to it, right? So it's very important for you to look for opportunities to learn, right? Ensure that you have people of like minds around you. Go to communities where you have like minds, share what you are learning, talk about it. If it's something that people already know, for example, oh, you're a designer, you are just learning design systems, talk about it. What have you found, right? Look for a way. Even your status on WhatsApp, it's something that you can leverage on. Just share on it, right? And before you know it, when you are sharing it, you learn more from people that have gone out, even people that doesn't know anything, because they ask you practical questions, right? And you will be able to answer, right? So it's very important for you to understand that sharing what you're learning also help and add to you, but it is not taken away from you. It's very important. Okay, let's move on to the next point. Yes, this one have actually changed my life, right? Which is getting mentors and working with mentors, right? Trust me, I can tell you categorically that where I am in my career right now, right, I have been able to achieve a whole lot because I've leveraged on people that have gone years ahead of me in this particular field, right? I have conversation with people that have done things I'm looking forward to doing, right? And in those particular conversations, they share with me how they're able to navigate it and things that I should actually not fall into, probably the mistakes they've made, right? So it is very important for you to understand that in the process of upskilling yourself, it's not just about you sitting down and watching lots of YouTube videos or maybe reading a whole lot of books. That is very important. But also, it is important for you to understand that leveraging on other people's experience also help you work smarter. Remember, in this particular field, it's not really about hard work. It's about smart work for you as a tech professional. So you need to understand the fact that you need to leverage on the shoulders of people that have gone ahead of you. We have different platforms as well. Even if you don't have a mentor right now, you have different platforms that you can actually leverage on. For example, ADP List is there. I'm also a mentor on ADP List, right? Before I became a mentor on ADP List, I can tell you categorically that I also have people that I go to, right, that I speak to on that particular platform, right? And the reason for this is because they just share with you how to navigate things that you don't know. Don't forget you are just doing this for the first time, right? I can remember like one of my former managers, right? Even up till now, I still have conversation with my manager. Why? Is because whenever we have conversations, it helped me. Whenever I have questions that is bothering me, it helped me, right? And she's available to help me, to guide me as regards, for example, telling me, Samuel, this company might not be the best for you at this stage of your career. Why? Is because she knows way ahead. Do you understand? So you need to understand the fact that leveraging on people that have gone ahead, mentors, is very important. So if you don't belong to any mentoring community, or you don't have a mentor right now, ensure that you do that the right way. Today, sign up. We have a lot of mentoring platforms, right? So ensure you do that today. It is very important. Okay, let's go to the last point for this particular episode. That this is very important. Reflect and adapt. Yes, it is very important for you to understand that you can be learning a whole lot of things, right? But if you don't have a time that you set out to just rest and reflect and adapt to changes, right? It is very important for you to understand that you need to take a step backward sometimes. For example, you set a goal for yourself. I want to learn this, and this within 2 months, right? Now, after the first month, can you take a step back and look at what exactly have I been able to learn so far for the past 1 month? How far am I to my goal? That will actually help you evaluate yourself as well and know, I think I've been lagging behind in this particular place. I need to do better, right? Why? Is because you just don't want to be learning. You just don't want to be, putting everything in. No, there is a goal. Don't forget. There is a goal why you are upskilling yourself. There is something you're trying to achieve. And at the end of the day, the success matrix that you're going to be checking is, are you able to achieve your goal that you started out with? Right? Don't forget, it is very important. Right? So take a time to reflect. There are times as well that, I can just decide that probably after like learning consistently for like 2 months, I can just decide, this week I just want to rest. I just want to think through everything I learned. I just want to, just hear people's perspective, right? Maybe once in like 4 weeks, not once in like 4 weeks. That might be a little close. Maybe once in like 8 weeks. Do you understand? Right? It just helps you reflect and adapt to things that are happening, learnings from people, conversation you had with people, and how you can also adapt that to your own career as well. I hope this particular 6 things that I've shared with you will help you. In case you also have other things that have been helping you in your closet as well, please ensure that you drop it in the comment section, right? It is very, very important. Why? Is because I also want to learn from you. This is a channel where we learn from each other. So ensure that you drop it as well. And if you found any particular point that stood out to you, let me know in the comment section as well. Or any other thing that you also want me to talk about as regards what has helped me in my career as well. You also feel free to share with me. And lastly, do not forget, you need to subscribe. Yes, it's here. You need to subscribe, right? Ensure you subscribe before leaving, and also ensure you turn on your notification so that whenever Global TLK YouTube channel release a new video or a new episode, you will be among the first set of people that will hear about this. I hope this has been helpful to you. Thank you very much, and ensure you have a great day.